likely to get in more trouble, I'm sure.
You guys saw the message of the day and all that.
Did I have time to stop and identify, or does that take a long time?
That would take 30 minutes to read out of your book. This probably isn't a good time to do that.
Yeah, okay.
You guys are
Deep in a dungeon. Yeah, got it.
into goblin territory. We'll wait for Jill to come back.
I'm waiting for the map.
By the way, I still took the time and I ran in there and made tea real quick. Thank you for Keurig machines and how fast they are.
Right.
Oh, you don't have a map.
So what do I need to do to get Sirenscape? It just said you invited me to join the game.
Yeah. Shoot. Your husband just explained it to us and we did it. I think you click on your name. Alden, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll see the invite. If not, I'll re-invite you.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Gotcha. Accept.
There you go. You just connected. Let me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just a minute. Let me set the sound back up. Whole sound. Here we are. Turning it off. And if you can hear the music, then we're good.
Yep.
Good here.
Okay. You guys remember you are standing in a practice range with a dead body on the southern wall and then two sort of scarecrow things propped up the other, have a bunch of arrows in them for use for target practice. You just took out the goblins that were on the other side.
I believe we checked all the spaces in front of all the doors for traps, and
you
so far did not.
On the northern door, you found there is a string that's tacked to one side of the door that wraps around to the inside.
Correct.
You didn't find anything on the southern door.
Sounds like a trap.
It sure did.
Shall we cut the string?
Send our traps.
If only there was a rogue.
I know. I am here. So you said there's a string?
Yes, it's not. It's from a thief's perspective. Normally, your thieves' tools are for mechanical traps, but this is a little different. It's a lot cruder. It's just a string.
Can I still try?
You can cut the string, or you can unhook the string. The string has a little loop that's hooked over like a nail.
What is everybody thinking about this? I don't want to cut the string. I don't.
It's. See if I understand it. It's set that when we open the door, it's going to pull the string, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like that's what it would do.
So why don't we disconnect it from the door and hook it to the wall so that when we open the door, it doesn't pull the string. We also haven't pulled the string.
Yes.
I like that idea.
So tell me what you're going to do.
Unhook it, right, and put it up higher, like away from the door, up higher on the wall. So it doesn't trip, but we're not disengaging.
There's no nail up there. You can unhook it.
Let's see if we can have someone hook it to something. Is there anything else in the room that it would attach to? Can I investigate to see?
You don't need to investigate. There really isn't anything. The string is barely long enough to reach that nail.
Well, we could move the nail, take the nail out, hold it, and put the nail back in somewhere else.
And hammer it on the other side?
Wall.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have a hammer.
If I had a hammer.
Let's just hammer it on the door frame right beside the door, and loop it around there, and then, or we just unloop it and leave it hanging. Just open the door real quick and stand back.
Oh, I don't know if it's gas or what it is, though. We don't know if it's a scythe or you have no idea what's on the other side. So, a rolling boulder.
My suspicion is it's going to be some alarm.
Yeah, I would.
My guess.
I would prefer to leave it tacked in somewhere so it doesn't go off.
I agree. Let's tack it to the door frame.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I just roll dexterity into the tower, please. Whoever's doing this, I'm assuming
I will do that.
as command.
Is that my sleight of hand? Can I do that or no?
Just roll dexterity.
Dexterity.
Dexterity straight.
Oh, gotcha.
This really isn't sleight of hand or thieves' tools. No problem. You've got it hooked at the same distance on the other side into the wall now.
All right.
Is it the car door on the end or the one to the west?
Door. Here, I'm going to put you in front of the door that have the string.
Please.
There you go. The lower door you did not have a string.
I'm gonna come up. I'll open the door since I have the most.
Meepo is calling you guys.
Saying,
I hear something through this door.
What do you
maybe we
hear?
can go over.
It sounds like kobolds.
We should kill them off first so they don't get behind us.
Meepo, you go that way. We'll go this way.
Yeah.
Unless they don't attach, that's not necessarily.
Meepo wants to look in here.
I'm gonna put my hand in front of Meepo and say, "Hold on, buddy." I was just kidding.
Protected from traps, but yeah.
Get down here and get ready. But if we're hearing kobolds down here in the goblin area, that can't be good.
You get a couple killing blows and you just think you're a badass now, Meepo. But just chill out, buddy.
He looks at you and says, I think they heard the hammering.
Oh.
I understand kobold. Can I hear what they're? Can I understand?
Okay.
Oh, you understand kobold?
I do.
Just a moment.
Are they coming back?
I think they're talking about us.
Oh, sure.
What was the second thing they said?
What was that?
You s-
Uh-oh. I think it's
You
for
almost
us.
sound. It almost sounds like you hear sobbing.
Ooh, this sounds.
Sounds like a kobold prison. Or kobolds in prison. I say we need to look.
I agree. We've checked this for traps, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys checked last session.
I'll go ahead and open the door.
Give me a minute. Squalor reigns in this low-ceilinged room. A large iron spike is driven into the floor in the center of the room, and a small iron cage is set further back. Several sets of corded manacles are connected to the walls. Some still bind a few crumbling skeletons. Just a moment.
Oh,
There are
Oh,
3 kobolds that are attached by a rope tied to an iron spike in the floor. They're all sitting on the ground.
let's talk to them.
Meepo goes running inside.
Whoa.
I'm gonna go.
Whoa, Meepo, slow down, buddy.
And the kobolds are saying, free us, free us. Two of them look and say, Meepo, Meepo.
Meepo, do you know these guys?
Meepo's nodding his head. Yes, he's trying to work the ropes to free them.
Are they friends of yours?
Yes, it's from my from my tribe, from your Shaddai.
So remind them not to hurt us, that we're on your side.
2 eyes are looking at you from that tiny cage.
Meepo, what's in that cage?
Timber.
He looks over there and goes, don't know.
Can I go
People
investigate?
look at
The kobolds, what's in the cage? Or who put them in here? Oh, okay.
poor little guy.
The cage is way too small for what's in it.
Poor guy.
Can we free the kobolds with our swords? Or
Yeah, oh, Meepo actually already has them free, and they start running out the door.
Okay.
They're heading out.
Whoa.
They're heading back.
Oh, crap. I mean, I guess that's all right.
Yeah, they're running. They've been stuck here. They're starving half to death. They look about half dead.
We're going to end up being a thing of kobold legends.
Can I check
Come
the
up
room
and-
for traps real quick?
The
Talk to this
goblin
guy.
in the cage says, hello there.
There's a
Fine.
Not a
goblin.
goblin.
It's
I'm
not a
sorry, it's not a
goblin.
goblin. It's a gnome.
No.
Who are you, sir?
My name is Erky Timbers.
Who put you in the cage? How'd you get
The
there?
goblins goes oh, sorry. That's supposed to be common. Just a moment. Months passed. I was on my way to seek my fortune and took the old road. My bad luck is the goblin bandits caught me. I've been here ever since. My deity's blessings have kept me healthy. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd be dead from starvation and abuse.
Can relate to deities.
Was he part of the party that got lost in here about a month ago?
He says, no. He says, I've been here longer than that.
No, okay.
Does he know anything about the man with a toad?
Oh, just a moment, just a moment. You mentioned the human adventurers first. The goblins caught three of them over a month ago. They were captives with me in here for a while. They said their names were Talgan, Sharwin, and Sir Bradford. The goblins kept them in here only about a week before they removed them. Balak wanted them, and that's the last I've heard about that.
Who's Balak?
Just a moment. What does he know?
Isn't
Oh,
that
here we go.
the name of the
I've heard the goblins talk about the Twilight Grove down below. A wicked old human called Balak, a spellcaster, I suspect, tends an enchanted garden and harvests fruit from something the goblins called the Gulthias tree. But they speak of it only in the most terrified whispers. The enchanted fruit grows on the Gulthias tree. I've overheard this from the goblins. I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, didn't somebody named Balak didn't we find out the name of the guy that came into town with a toad was also had the name Balak?
Are you talking about the giant frog?
He carried a giant frog, but the guy came with the frog, then he disappeared after a while, and that was when things started happening down in the dungeon. But we did find out a name at one time that was of that guy that came into town. Trying to look
Did anybody
back.
take a note of that?
Yep, Belloc. Giant hooded, giant frog, cloaked man in my notes.
Yep, that's Belloc. Okay, so we got the guy. Obviously an enchanter, a wizard of some sort, and so down below. Has he ever been down below?
No, I've never been out of this cage. I've just overheard the goblins.
Can we let him out of that cage?
It would take a rogue to try to get him out of there. Just a moment.
Are we okay with freeing him? I feel bad talking
I
to
think
him in this cage.
I would.
Hang on just a minute. They buried this.
That's okay. I'm going back and rereading all that stuff anyway.
That's okay. Yeah, they kind of buried this. Hang on. All right. Yes, but it is. Hang on, it's creature.
Sound like Belloc might actually have the 3 down there still. One we know is dead because he was shot from the archer's range.
Okay, here it is. Yes. Thieves' tools in the dice tower. Oop, you freed him. You got it open, and Erky comes out.
You want to travel with us, Zerky?
Yes. He said, "I would love to."
He'd be going someplace dangerous.
You could also
But
get
we're
some
pretty-
revenge.
Yeah, there's also quite a few of us, so.
Can I kind of get a look at him and see, make sure he's telling the truth?
Just a minute, I'm doing it.
Okay. Make sure he's not a double agent.
Ooh, Erky? Yeah. That's a good idea. Are you doing insight then?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll your insight. You feel like he is telling the absolute truth. The first thing he does is something that Dagid recognizes. He just did a prayer to Helm.
Oh.
Dagid, what do you think? Can we trust this guy?
I think we could. Yeah,
I feel good about this. I think this is
Bring it
all right.
I think you'll. I think you'll do fine.
If this room and the skeleton, see if we find anything of either worth or.
It's worth a search, but prison.
Go ahead and
Not you.
roll your perception. You don't seem to find anything worth anything. It seems like anything they had was taken.
It's a dungeon. Not likely.
Erky, what kind of weapons are you good with?
He says, "Well, I don't have any equipment. I don't have any weapons." He says, "But I know how to use a mace or a dagger."
I can probably feel that.
Got a hand axe I can give him.
Don't have a mace. I do have a dagger. I can give him my dagger.
Oh, yeah, our party inventory had stuff too, though. I think it had a dagger in it, didn't it, or something?
Yeah, we have a
Remember, let's look.
dagger in the party inventory.
Actually, under one of the tables, he finds his old club. He said, "This was the." He says, "It looks like a club to you." He says, "This is the mace I used to use." The goblins must have not thought it was very valuable. He goes, "I'll use this."
All right.
If you would like, Erky, we also have a short bow that nobody is using.
He said, "I'm no good with bows."
He'd like to take a dagger in case he needs to do. Well, I guess that works as well as a. You have to get close for either both of those. If he's more comfortable with the club and it does more damage, that might be fine.
It looks like there's a shield in the party sheet too if he wants it.
He could carry the empty backpack in case we decide to load him down with anything. It's pretty small, but
All right.
He says I can also do this. Just a moment. I don't know how to do that. I'm learning.
turn himself invisible or something.
He targets the three closest of you and does this. He casts Bless on the three closest of you.
Awesome.
Oh. Thank you, Erky.
That's useful.
Very useful.
All right. Shall we continue up to our trapped door?
I think that's a good point.
Erky, do you know anything about this door?
I don't know anything about this entire place. He says they captured me in the dark, stuck me in this cage, and dragged me to this room. He says everything I know is from what you guys have told me. And they've got this set up weird. I'm playing two characters in the party now. It's like, come on, you guys. Come on, Gabe. What are you doing?
All right, I'm going to slowly open this door if everybody's
By the
cool with
way,
that.
now this is what he looks like.
Oh, cute.
Everybody cool with me opening this door nice and slow?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
All right, just a moment.
With my spell handy in case we need it.
There's also a door to the north of you, I'm sure you realize.
Yes, it hasn't opened yet.
The north and south walls of this chamber are stacked halfway to the ceiling with ill-made barrels, boxes, and crates. A clear path allows easy access between the west and east doors.
I'd like to follow that string and see where it goes.
It goes to a little platform above the door that would drop a bunch of broken little spikes, bits of metal, bits of pottery. It would have made a loud clattering noise and might have actually hurt the first person that stepped through the door. Would certainly make a lot of noise.
Okay. Shall we go north or keep going this way?
Let's check out this room.
Check it out first.
Yeah. Well, since we already know there's
locked and trapped for nothing. In fact, I see another door on the other side of it.
Roll your perception.
Ooh.
You find that the barrels are filled with some with water, some with a horribly vinegary wine. There's some food which looks pretty rotten, but some of it's decent quality. There's a stockpile of stuff. You do find 5 pints of oil.
Oh.
Good for 7 ounces.
And there are small barrels labeled that say this.
Pudding.
They didn't hear that. We only heard the second word.
Health pudding. I'll write it. Type it.
You guys taking the oil?
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never know when you
That
got
in the party. I'm going to put that in the party inventory.
Never know when you got a live direwolf on fire.
Being an elf, I'm going to go over and check that out. What do I know from my history or whatever about elf put in?
You have no idea, but it looks like it's filled with some kind of like almost looks like a gruel. Doesn't look very appetizing.
I don't think it's for elves. I think it's made with elves.
Yeah, probably something to elves. Out of elves. Don't like the idea of that very much.
I want to ask Meepo
Are
what
they made from real Girl Scouts?
Meepo or Eric, whatever his name was. Does he know? Erky. Does he know what the pudding is?
No idea. Although Erky said that looks like the gruel they were feeding us.
Help yourself if you're still hungry, buddy.
No thanks, because it was horrible. Because I was sort of creating my own food when they weren't looking.
Can I check this door for traps?
Certainly. Roll perception. You don't see any. It looked like it was. It looks like this room was defended from the other way, but not from this way.
Look like that is.
Slowly open the door again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if that's the case, they make you feel pretty safe on the other side, so they're not very low outside view.
Oh, Gita was just trying to straighten myself up. I don't know how I got sideways.
Probably had a little bit too much of that pudding.
I guess so.
There's some really bad wine in there. Okay, you're opening that door?
Yep.
Several torches mounted in crude scones fitfully around this chamber, filling the air with a haze. A double row of marble columns carved with entwining dragons runs through the length of the hall.
Oh, sconces, like torches, burn fitfully.
Yes. Which
almost
makes a sort of a smoky haze in here. There are a crack in the ceiling that the smoke slowly seeps out, so it's not completely suffocating, but it is awfully hazy in this room. Too much smoke.
Exactly like the hall that the kobolds were in.
Yeah.
Kind of like to see this dragon room if there's anything else written in there in dragon. If we take a step inside, if you can go just a step inside first, we'll check for any other traps on the floor.
Crosby, did you want to go step inside?
Oh yeah.
Doing a search for traps?
Sure.
I can join you.
And so am I. On it.
Oh crap! I was sure when I click on it, it does it on the dice tower.
It's all right. You don't see anything at all.
Okay.
Of course, it's a little difficult to see in here because of the haze.
Now, can I walk along the walls here to see if I see anything in written in Draconian or any other unusual language?
You don't see anything like that, but the columns are absolutely fascinating. Very nicely carved with entwining dragons running up the columns.
But no
From-
words, just entwining dragon.
History and media, do I know anything of these? Have I ever read or heard anything about this?
No. Wait a minute. Roll Arcania. By their shape and the shape of their head, you would say they were black dragons.
More black.
The wall directly to your north looks sturdier than the other wall. The door directly to your north looks sturdier than the other doors.
That one there.
Yes.
Check it out. Does it look newer?
It looks like it's heavier.
Like maybe they want you to keep it out.
Not just the rest of the construction. It's not something that was done, within the last week or so.
I'm gonna see. Can we hear anything at it?
Yeah, I'll listen.
It sounds.
That's what you're hearing.
Can I use investigation on the door to see if I can tell who made it?
He's starting to get very excited.
That's his little dragon.
Calcrax! Calcrax!
Right, let's get Calcrax out of there.
Calcrax.
Remember the dragon he
Is that
lost?
what Meepo's saying?
Yes. Calcrax!
That's his buddy.
Yeah.
Did we check this door for traps? Is there any traps on this door?
You don't see any traps at all. It
Okay.
isn't even locked. It isn't even locked. It's just pretty heavy to move.
Can we try together to open it? Meepo, you want to
it.
help out or be the first one that he sees?
Oh, yeah. It is openable. Stand by.
Get up there, Meepo.
Mounted and stuffed animal heads adorn the walls. The mounting job is sloppy, and the assortment of heads includes cattle and rats and other not particularly impressive specimens. A few grisly trophies share the wall with the animals, including a couple of kobold heads. Smashed and broken cabinets and small tables litter the periphery of the room. Mute victims of some sort of rampage. A rusted iron spike stands in the center of the room, trailing a broken chain. Thin patches of frost coat sections of the wall, floor, and debris.
Frost.
Frost.
The weird room.
Okay, if
Sure.
Meepo,
Looking around from one of the broken things on the floor, you see this.
white dragon.
You see,
Like, is it stuffed or is it alive?
It's alive.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
moving. It's
Hi.
looking around from behind one of the boxes. It
Didn't know.
doesn't look very big.
Treasure.
It looks like the size of the giant rats, actually.
Meepo, is this your boy?
Yes, he's all excited.
Okay, let's go in and help.
Meepo goes running inside.
Whoa, Meepo, we don't know what they did to it. Be careful.
How we're going to get him out is the question. He looks bigger than the door.
All right, Meepo, be careful.
Just a moment. Meepo's grabbing some bits of rope or anything else he can find in the room to try to capture it with.
I'm gonna give.
He says, we're going to have to free it from that spike.
I got some rope. I'll give him
Will
a piece of
Follow
it.
us, or will we have to tie him up and take him with us? I have rope if we need it, but
Well, Meepo's gathering rope too.
okay.
So that'll sort of answer your question.
yeah, I have rope. So if we need to I'm gonna talk to him and Draconian. So before we pull him out of the ground, I'm gonna let him know that we're gonna put this rope around his neck for safety, so that we can help protect him get out of here.
The dragon is so young, you're not sure it will understand.
You afraid of me?
It doesn't look happy.
Okay, then I'm going to use that soft, soothing mother voice and just say a few soft words in Draconian to calm him down.
No animal handling.
I don't have very good animal handling, but I'll try it anyway.
It doesn't seem to be responding to you.
Anybody else have animal handling? I'm a 0.
I can give it a shot. I'm not great at it.
I can tell you what that might help.
I will try my animal handling skill.
While he's doing that, I'm giving the nice shh, calm, baby, calm.
And I'm also. I may add the D4 from the bless.
Daggett is being attacked. He just moved.
Yep.
In range of it, but it missed him.
Would you like to try animal handling?
Oh my God! You actually got it to calm down. Was that somebody's phone going off?
I hope that too.
Not ours.
That buzz was.
Oh, that was me. Wow.
Calm down.
Yeah,
I did.
Slip a nice rope. Do you have a rope? I'm assuming you do, Daggy. Most of us do. Yeah,
he
slip a nice
actually got it calmed down.
Keep gently,
but it does not look happy. It keeps looking at Meepo.
Meepo, go over and calm down your friend.
Buddy. Meepo, go talk to him. Please don't eat Meepo.
It steps up. It sort of backs away from Meepo.
Meepo,
it doesn't want to go.
Wait a minute.
He says, well, I'm going to take it and put it back in its cage.
It doesn't want to be in a cage.
I had free run of this room. The rope would let it go almost anywhere in this room.
Sure. Well, have we taken the nail out yet?
Not yet. That's what Meepo's working on now.
We agreed to get this back for the kobolds.
You did. I feel bad about it, but we did.
It will go with Dagid. It will allow Dagid to pick it up, but it's taking up most of, like, you won't be able to fight or anything else while you're carrying this thing. Okay. You're the
let's go straight back.
You're the one who rolled the 20 in animal handling. Wow. Which was almost what it would take, because this thing was going to fight you and it was going to attack Meepo first. But you actually got it calmed down.
So let's keep Meepo out of the picture.
I say we take back.
Meepo says, we need to go back. We need to go back.
Yeah, you.
Can Meepo
go toward
the way to get us back? If
now
it
will take a long. It's going to take a long time to go step by step all the way back. So I am going to move the party back. You're going to be able to go through. You know where all the traps are. You know where all the stuff is. So I am going to go ahead and move the entire party, including Meepo and Durkee and Calthrex.
Well, open it down this hall and in that other room there.
Takes Calthrax and puts it back in its cage. Meepo looks and says, we must go see Urshadel. We must go see Urshadel.
We've just earned our...
Turkey is a little freaked out by all of this, by the kobold and everything else. He goes, I never could talk to those kobolds. You guys have made friends with them?
These.
Let's call them an alliance.
Yeah, I wouldn't say friends.
Not
Urki
all.
had a rough day.
Well, Meepo starts heading down.
Tickle corn, tickle corn.
Yep, he's yelling tickle corn. Tickle corn.
Yeah, we'll
I
go
assume
with
you
them
guys
because
got
we
to
want
follow
to.
him.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and move the entire party again. Meepo goes before your Shadell. Just a moment. Turkey in the background. Before your Shadell.
You should all.
Meepo says, Calthrax has been returned. We were successful. We killed many goblins. Your Shadell tells you that I am a kobold of my word. You may select 3 items of owls for the return of our dragon. On the table, you see 3 elixirs. You see a feather, a weird feather. You see 3 scrolls. And there's also the key in the dragon's mouth.
Right. Remember.
I think key is number 1.
Real quick,
You guys are taking the key?
Yep.
Can we ask what they're going to do with this dragon?
We'll give you the key. Just a moment. A large metallic key. Just here it is.
Say anything on it.
Looks. If you look at the key, it'll tell you what it looks like. It says a large metallic key attained from the clutches of a dragon statue. There are 3 scrolls that let's see. The wizard can read the outside of all 3 scrolls. One of them is a knock scroll, one of them is mage armor, and one of them is spider climb. The elixirs, you are not sure.
Identify them when we rest. So what do you think, guys?
And you said a feather, right?
Feather? There was a feather.
Okay.
And 3 large potions.
Can we try to identify the feather?
Large.
It would take Helene a while, but the kobolds probably aren't in a hurry.
Can I just ask the kobolds what feather is this?
They do not know. They
Well,
said, we believe it is special.
Or anything from history or arcana that would help me understand what the use of feathers might be for, especially magic feathers, since I'm a magician.
Are you going to identify?
Oh, I can. Sure. We'll take the time to take place to do.
Yeah, I'm going to temporarily put the party in the inventory and identify it, but it isn't like you have selected it yet. Just a moment.
And
it is now identified.
The thing, and since I'm identifying, I also want to identify what we have in our pack. Our party sheet.
Oh. What else do you have in the party sheet that you need identified? There's a potion in your party that is not identified. Going to identify that.
Instance, okay.
That looks like it.
That is a weird item.
It is a weird item.
I think it's, you know what? It says next to it, tree in parentheses. I think we have to
you can open
understand.
It
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
You must be outdoors to use this token. You can use an action to touch an unoccupied space on the ground. The token disappears, and in its place, a non-magical oak tree springs into existence. 60 feet tall, 5-foot diameter trunk, big branches. Very strange.
Doesn't it sound like it might be useful with those apple trees, possibly?
Oak tree, but it's still interesting. It might be used as a...
It's a druidic item.
Yeah.
but it creates a non-magical tree. It just
I want to look around the item and or look around the room and assess these elite kobolds and kind of
I've
determine.
identified and they're all
it
fire.
certainly
One,
look tougher than regular kobolds. Oh, you identified the elixirs.
I'm looking for what those
They're
were.
not really healing potions. They're sort of healing potions. If you drink one, it will cure any disease. It removes blindness, deafness, paralyzation, or poisoned condition. It removes those are elixirs of health that will remove any negative condition you have other than healing you.
Health, yeah.
Elixirs of health. So now you know what all the items are. There's a scroll of knock, a scroll of mage armor, a scroll of spider climb, a feather, and 3 elixirs.
Considered a wondrous item. So I'm just thinking that that's going to have some value to someone or some ability to.
You guys can pick 2 more items.
2 more items.
Why,
You're going to keep the feather. If you're not going to keep the feather, I'll pull it back out of the party.
I'd like
have
to,
no
it's up to you.
It might be good for escaping. Or something. Do we need a tree to go up high or something?
I suppose could.
Of course, a potion of
It's
spider.
just a weird, odd magical item. Your Shadell will say, says these things here we did not necessarily get from this dungeon. The only thing that came from this dungeon is that key that you took. All the others we brought from the Underdark. Your Shadell will tell you we did not come from outside. We've never been outside here. We came from the Underdark.
Hey, yours Adele. What are you guys gonna do with the dragon?
It is our mascot. It is our dragon. Someday our descendants will have a large white dragon. Someday, instead of someone like me being masters of the kobolds, it will be.
Let it go.
I mean, I think it looked pretty good riding on Dagid's shoulder, personally.
But he can't fight with it.
Did you say that out? You didn't say that out loud, did you?
I'm just saying on the way out, that's not a bad idea. See if we can come back up and unless we find a different way out. That's hard to say. Well, I'm good for getting any of the potions or scrolls. I don't have any particular preference. Obviously the medical ones are pretty good. The scrolls were of spider climbing, and what was the other one?
Spider climb, mage armor, and knock. Knock is for opening things that are difficult to open. If there a knock could open a locked door that the thief could not get through.
Okay.
Mage armor is a spell that will increase your target's armor class.
What do you guys recommend?
I agree. At least one of those healing potions would be nice in case of emergency.
All right, I'm moving over just a minute. Elixir of health. Just a moment. There it is.
It looks like I no longer have access because your law has.
Okay, I just found out why Alexa did not wake us up. Okay.
Wrong day or time or something?
About my account has expired or something. Anyway, I'll fix it later. Okay, I've got 1 elixir of health in the party inventory. Do you want one of those scrolls, Helene? Knock, mage armor, and spider climb.
I think knock might come in very, very handy, but
you want? Well, I think they're letting you pick the third one, if I understood.
Yeah,
did I get that?
I totally agree. Knock sounds good.
Sure.
Yeah, I was thinking
Knock in the party inventory.
Like this is probably very.
You'll probably want to put that in your own inventory, Helene.
Scroll down so I can get to the bottom here.
There it is. Scroll of knock. Now, Reading a scroll is like casting out of your memory. You flip open the scroll, it will immediately cast, and then the scroll will disappear. Although you don't have any scrolls, you know about them.
I don't see it
It's
in the party inventory.
Scroll of Knock. It's about a little more than halfway down.
Oh, does it just say elegant scroll?
I'm sorry. Let me identify it. I'm sorry. There. Is that better?
In an order.
Now, I didn't have it identified. My bad.
Open my inventory. I forgot to open my inventory.
Ishmael is quite pleased with you guys and does not show any ill will about you taking the 3 items that she promised you.
I'm going to ask about the Cobalt Blue Freed. Did they make it back safely?
Yes, he goes. Yes, they are in the Kobold Town now. There is a very large room here that contains most of the kobolds. They're being tended by other kobolds. Thank you so much.
I keep picking it up, and the one goes with me, and when I go to drop it, it doesn't show up in my inventory.
Just a moment. What are you trying to pick up?
Scroll of Knock.
Hang on. Go to party inventory. It's gone. Let me see if it's in your actions.
I still see it in the party inventory.
Nobody else took it, did they?
I can still see it in the party inventory.
I still see it in the party inventory, so.
Yeah, me too.
One shows up, and then I drop it, and.
We're in your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just did it. I dropped it into your inventory.
Okay. Now it makes a noise. Fell into my inventory.
It sounded like I cast it, but there. But anyway, it's in your inventory.
When that happens, though, I wish I knew why that was. All right.
You have to open the inventory tab, and then you have to drop it in the list of items. Okay.
And the one went all the way over there. And
we'll deal with it later. I don't want to stop the game, but we'll deal with that later. I'll go in and see what's wrong.
We'll play with it later. No problem.
I want to ask one more question. Where did they get this baby dragon?
Oh, we got that deep in the Underdark.
Steal it?
Steal it? No.
How long ago?
Long ago. That dragon is over 100 years old. It was my predecessors that got it. I wasn't around then. That dragon is over 100 years old. It will be more than 1,000 years before it's fully grown.
How do you keep it in such a small space?
We will have to enlarge that space. Once we take over this place, we will defeat those goblins. When we take over this space, we will find a larger place for it.
You have to get rid of these guys yet.
It's 1,000 years from now. Maybe we'll give it the Ashen Plains. We are aware of the Ashen Plains. We believe we're close to them.
So guys, I'm ready to head back to use that key on that magical door we found earlier.
Is there anybody in need of a short rest in order to get things back that they need?
Now would be the time to take a rest if you guys want it. Meeple will offer his room if you guys want to do a rest.
I'm definitely down 2 spells.
Let's do that.
Sounds good.
Actually.
Make sure everybody's got all their spells and stuff.
Just a moment.
So all back over there.
So I'm putting you all back in Meepo's room, and we're going to do a long rest. I shouldn't put Phelan on the fire. There we go. Even Meepo will come back, but Meepo will tell you that his job is now to stay here with the dragon. He is no longer going to be a part of the party.
He's like one of our best. Thank you, Meepo.
Way up, we just might have to tie up old Meepo. Take that dragon with us.
Under the Kobold's protection, you guys are going to be able to succeed at a long rest.
Cool. Long one.
So you can, all of your health points are back. All of your spell points should be back. Your spell slots, all of that.
Are we ready?
You guys want to head to that door? I'm going to go ahead and put you in that room. You know the way, and you know how to get there without
What we
setting
want
off
to do,
any
right, Coach?
traps, since you've searched out all the traps. I'm sorry, that was an assumption if that's what you wanted to do.
There aren't
Yeah.
any OUSSs down there.
Now let me describe this room one more time. The masonry walls of this 20-foot wide hall are in poor repair. The far end has collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls and holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth.
And we
And
heard dragon sounds behind this door, if I remember
No.
correctly. Oh, we didn't
No.
hear anything?
You didn't hear, you heard
Oh.
a very strange sound. Just a moment. You did hear a sound. That's what you're hearing.
Except it almost sounds like a snake or I don't know.
No, like mute.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, for some reason, someplace we heard that dripping water sound. Maybe that's what I thought.
No.
I don't know what this is.
Well,
I took the key, so do you want me to try it? Try to open this door?
Well, that's what we got for us, so I guess we're in for whatever we're in for.
Okay.
Just a moment.
A weird sound.
Sounds like magic to me.
That's when you put the key in that lock. That sound happened, and you hear a click, and the door is now unlocked.
Oh, good. My arm didn't get chopped off.
It was not just a mechanical lock. If you remember, it was also a magical lock.
Yeah, I almost had my nose sliced off one. So,
You
feeling.
ready to open the door?
risk with the key. I'll take the risk opening the door.
Oh, red keystone door.
Just a moment. As the door opens, a hissing noise and a puff of dust around the door indicates that the chamber beyond has been sealed for ages. Dust, long undisturbed, covers every surface of this large gallery. The air here is stale. 3 alcoves on the north wall and 1 on the south wall. Each alcove contains a dust-covered stone pedestal with a fist-sized crystalline globe resting on it. The globes in the northern alcoves are cracked and dark, but the globe in the southern alcove glows with a soft blue light. Faint tinkling notes are coming from it.
This is definitely magic I was hearing. Yeah, it's making some sound. When you first step in, check for traps, definitely, or before you step in, now the door is open, because this is going to be. We have some heavy old wizardry going on here.
I'm going to look at that carpet on the ground from here.
It's more inlaid tiles. You don't see anything at all.
Is there anything from my history or arcana that lets me know anything?
No, it just looks like a old
Does it look
pattern on the floor.
look magical?
No. The globe does.
So I'm going to look around the room.
Just a moment. Okay, go ahead. You see what you see. The 3 globes at the top are all dark and the crystal is cracked. But the one to the south, just a moment, let me show you what it looks like.
So this one's not cracked.
Nope.
It's
And
glowing.
it's glowing.
I'm not hitting the right square.
Is
I'm actually going next
anybody
to
have like a good like?
Azkaban. That's fine. I want to be in direct line of it. I want to be close enough to be able to. Well, I guess where you put me was fine. I want to be able to. I see if I tell anything about it.
Yeah.
You could roll your Arcana.
Okay.
It's certainly an arcane object. It's ancient.
That's the wrong dice.
Drag it into the tower, please.
My mouse isn't working particularly well. So
You don't know anything about the history of this. It's an odd object.
does it appear to be doing anything?
Just faint tinking notes. You're hearing it. It's pulsing slightly.
Walk over to one of the broken ones, see if I can see any
Yeah.
marking.
It's a good idea.
Pick up one of the
Ooh.
broken ones. See if I can see what these used to be.
They look a lot like the one to the south, but they're dark and cracked.
Nothing written on the pedestals, nothing written underneath the crystal.
Not that you can see.
They were used as some kind of shield or some protection of people crossing through here.
One of us is just going to have to
Sick.
be brave.
I know. I don't feel like I should be the one to touch it. I feel like I'm not.
Well, I want to go see if there's
Elaine,
anything
I need you to
written.
roll a wisdom saving throw. Go to the main tab of your character. Opposite your abilities are your saving throws. Your wisdom saving throw is +2. Grab that +2 and drop it in the dice tower. Music starts swelling from it. And you felt for a moment compelled to run away from it, but you succeeded in standing there in front of it.
I read it.
There's nothing to read.
Nothing to read.
It's just music is starting to swell from it.
Huh?
It's sort of it's a magical, dreadful thing.
Well,
I kind of want you to touch it. Erky?
Erky says, I don't want to have anything to do with that thing.
I should.
I'm no wizard. He's standing way back there. He's standing back there with Nadine. I'm not going to do that thing.
Sometimes it's kind of like that cauldron we knew about. Sometimes you're better off not picking it
He
up.
looks at you and says,
Right.
I may be smaller than you, but I'm not stupid.
Could mean instant death, and
Right. There is a door on this other side over here.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
I
find
move over
or-
here and listen to this door and see if I hear anything. So I'm wondering if there's something behind that door that will be helpful to us or someone.
and I hear it check
Hold
for
it just a
traps while
moment.
she.
Helene, move just a second. The music stops, and it's just tinkling those same little notes again. Okay, you're going to listen at that door?
I am, yeah.
Go ahead and roll perception into the tower. You don't hear anything at all. Dead quiet.
I'm going to check for traps at that door.
Hold it just a moment. Let me have to bring something up here. Hold it. See where I'm at. Okay. No, you don't see any traps at all.
Oh, I don't know what to do about that thing.
I can almost feel Crosby working up the nerve to go over and grab it.
I thought about
Anybody
it.
should probably be me, but If you guys want me to, I will. I'm
I
not.
feel like we need to go in this door first and just see if there's someone or something inside that door that might make a difference in our decision. And then I feel like we can come back to this if we decide we want to pick up that orb.
It has been here for a few thousand years already. Might as well hang around another 10
Yeah,
minutes.
that's true. What's
Are you
a few more?
Are you opening the door?
I checked the traps. Did you see
Oh.
my check?
Yeah. You didn't find any traps.
I'll open
The
the
door-
door and peer in.
I mean, there weren't any. I just didn't. What the heck is that?
The air is stale in this 20-foot-long corridor, which leads to another closed stone door.
I say we check it for traps and go to the next door and see if they're somehow related.
Same level of dust on the floor.
Yes. Totally undisturbed.
And the way out for something, and that was the last thing to catch anyone on the way out. But
It looks like nobody's been in these rooms since this used to be a castle on the surface.
no footprints in the dust or anything like that.
No.
Well, go ahead, Cosby. Walk on through and see if we can make our way to the next door. All clear?
I checked the room.
Yes. You don't see anything at all. Stop. All right, just a minute.
They both moved. It's like, oops.
Crosby gets to hear, and Azkaban gets to hear.
Something
Just a
happened.
moment. There was a pressure plate on the floor. You just stood by. Just a moment.
Which one?
What's going on? I'm not hearing anything.
It's going to take me a second. Sorry. This is difficult. Just a moment. Okay. Now I can put you back. An arrow comes out of the wall. First of all, let's see if it hits Crosby. Yes. Wounding Crosby. Now let's see if it hits Azkaban.
She's so short.
Have to move. Okay.
I'm
It hits Azkaban also. The arrow came out quite strong. It was a pressure plate on the floor. Only one person searched, and they rolled really poorly.
I'm sorry. I don't have the best in perception, and I'm the only one who ever seems to want to roll.
No, it was Crosby that searched for it.
Yeah.
You searched for the door.
-1.
Now, the pressure plate is now depressed.
Oh, I'm going to try to cheer it up.
Oh,
Kidding.
Crosby steps off of the pressure plate.
Re-trigger again if we step back on it?
You don't know.
Have
We
to.
don't know.
You don't.
You
You
could
avoid that.
you could roll your thieves' tools to jam the plate.
Yeah, I will.
You feel like you've got the plate jammed in such a way that it cannot raise again.
Okay.
Mine
You
too,
won't
or
know-
just the one
You
she
won't
was
know
on?
until you step off of it. Well, right now the plate is still depressed because Azkaban is on it. The plate does not come back up.
That's the only plate, that one that, or were they both on a plate?
They were both. The plate is as wide as the hallway.
But there is one place we can go past, which Azkaban.
No. The plate is as wide as the hallway, but it is now jammed depressed.
Right.
I'm going to step over it anyway.
Just a moment. Let me, you know where it is now. I'm going to mark the plate.
That would help.
That's not right. What's going on?
The plate's bigger than I expected it to be.
Looks like my first
It
house.
is a pretty big plate.
Ooh, shit. It is.
But it is now jammed depressed.
I'm not going to stand on it for now. I'm just going to move up
How
behind it.
Dagid is, it's not really a problem so far.
Well, but if he gets off of it,
Well, both that's already happened. Azkaban has it jammed down.
Listen at this door.
Just a moment.
do check for traps.
All right, just a minute. We're moving away from the. Hold on, I have too many windows open. This is why Dwight needs a second monitor. To ask my wife if I can do that someday.
You don't have to ask me.
I know, I just do it anyway. You don't hear anything at all. I think everybody's view here. The thing jumps, that's so you're all synced. Okay,
Do we check for traps here?
certainly.
That's all.
Roll perception in the tower. Nobody finds any.
After we open the door, though.
Who's opening the door?
I am. Crosby.
Just a moment. Sorry, irregularly shaped rooms.
Oh my!
Dust fills this hall like a layer of gray snow. That sound is incorrect. That just triggered something. Just don't want to get rid of that. Dust fills this hall like a layer of gray snow. In the rounded northern end of the chamber stands a 10-foot tall sculpture of a coiled dragon carved from red-veined white marble. There is a dim glow from the mouth of the statue that is dimly lighting the room.
I'm medicine my bandage gone. All of it is out of my bandage.
Hmm.
And mommy.
That looks familiar, doesn't it? The
It's a
white
statue.
dragon.
Ready. How big is this statue? Oh, 10
Pretty
foot
big.
tall.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not putting that in my backpack.
it's made of white marble, red-veined white marble.
Somebody checks for traps right inside the room here. Don't go in yet. Just check for traps if you've opened the door. I don't know. I would if I could. I don't know if I can that far back.
Can we check from here?
Sure, you can check if
The door
if you check from right here, you're just checking on the other side of the door. If you step into the room, you can check the entire room. Of course, that might set something off. You don't see anything on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Good
step in.
perception though, so
Now I'm going to start looking around the rest of the room as well.
Excellent. You don't see anything at all.
Get
Hold it,
close.
something just happened. Just a moment.
Yeah, I know. I got close enough to the dragon.
A weird spell happens at the dragon's mouth, and it starts talking in common.
In common. Means that.
Didn't say the whole thing. Just a moment. It says, "We come at night without being fetched. We disappear by day without being stolen." What are we?
I know what that is.
Just a moment. Let me try that again. Nope. Okay. See, I wish they hadn't done it that way.
I can't whole thing, but
I'm gonna fix this.
And I'm rethinking my answer. My answer would be wrong.
Highway. Just a moment. We come at night without being fetched. We disappeared by day without being stolen. What are we?
I'll bet it's
What-
stars. I'll bet it's stars.
Are you saying that out loud?
I
Talking
say
with the rest of the group. Well, yeah.
As soon as you said the word stars, a secret door opened on the far wall.
wow, is that cool or what?
My first guess, embarrassingly, was shadows, and then I thought, no, that's exactly the opposite.
Right there where I put the marker, a secret door just opened. You can start to see into the next room.
How far do we have to get? I'm gonna look up.
Take a look.
Oh, he's gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna go behind. I was just gonna take a look. Ooh, is that down? Or is that?
Hang on, there's a lot you see. Just a moment.
Whoa.
Dust cloaks the contents of this 20-foot wide hall. 6 alcoves line the walls, 3 to the north and 3 to the south. Each alcove, except the southwest one, holds a humanoid figure carved of red-veined white marble. The figures resemble tall elves in plate armor. A stone archway at the west end of the hall opens into a wide room from which a greenish light glows, but a dark pit is situated before the archway. Let me show you the rest of what you can see.
Spikes in the bottom.
Yeah, that definitely looks like spikes still there.
Oh, that's a fancy room. Could be a wizard room. I don't know if there's anybody in it or not, because it doesn't look like anybody's been in here. Now, this is a room that would very likely be trapped, if not just the pit, but other things, so. Does this dragon, before we leave this room, does this dragon say anything on it?
No, it did say something, but you heard what it said, and Dagid answered.
In Draconic or anything.
You recognized the spell, though. It was a magic mouth.
Right. And the bottom thing down there that's circular, what is
there are
that?
5 statues. There's one alcove that does not have a statue in it.
Before we step in there, I am going to step back to the dragon again. You said there was a glow coming from his mouth.
Its mouth is kind of glowing, yes.
But there's not something in it.
No.
Okay. All right.
Magic, that kind of glow that you see when you see magic?
Yes.
It looks like he's holding a cauldron of fire, but is there actually anything in there?
No, that's just indicating the glow. I didn't draw this dungeon. Somebody else drew this dungeon. I wouldn't have put that ball there.
I'm going to look for pressure plates inside the traps in
Roll perception. You don't see any pressure plates. However, there are tracks in the dust in this room.
tracks.
Someone's been here.
Seemed to come from the farthest alcove to the south. Little tiny footprints.
Just one set of footprints?
Yes. Well, it's hard to tell. The tracks all around the place. They seem to emanate from the far. Does somebody want to examine the tracks closer?
Sure.
I have identification. Oh, wow.
Full survival. Phelan, the tracks were made by a tiny humanoid.
Halfling, maybe?
I realize that goblins are humanoid, kobolds are humanoid, orcs are humanoid. It's hard to say, but this one's a little tiny humanoid. Smaller than a halfling.
A halfling, so
Probably
more
like a gnome.
Well,
There's our gnome, by the way.
good question. Did the gnome stay together?
He's
Mesmerized by the music?
Erky, have you watched it?
While I'm here, I'm also going to check for any other, well, I kind of want to go up to one of these statues and see if I see anything, but is it this room?
Lights reading for a second.
Traps in this room.
Just a second, I'm reading something.
I'll step AFK for just a second, too.
Sorry. Okay. What were you looking for, Phelan? Traps? You don't see any traps at all.
Let's check for traps, too.
You don't see any. That was smart, by the way. As we saw earlier, when one person checked for traps.
Check out this little cove that there's nothing in. And see if there's anything in.
Just a moment. The dungeon master forgot to move him.
Yeah, got mesmerized.
Flying out of the alcove just beyond that one, you see this.
A dot? What the heck is a dot? My.
Okay, that was the sound of our kids at first. And I was like, what are they doing?
They're happy.
I am talking on him, correct? Are we gonna have to roll for anything? I'm gonna shoot at this guy. Normally we talk first, but this is not good.
Okay, you're gonna fire, and then everyone's gonna roll initiative. Go ahead, Helene. Go ahead and target him. You did target him, but you missed. Hold it just a moment. Yeah. Rolling all initiatives. There's something I forgot to do before this session. I'm refreshing inspiration. You could choose to use your inspiration if you wanted to attack again.
That was really a crappy roll for me.
You want to use your inspiration?
I do.
So open your character up on main and take the little check mark off of inspiration.
Did that roll in the right place? Yes, it did.
You hit him.
Nice.
Good hit.
Jot says, "You broke the binding. My watch over the dragon priest is over." And Jot disappears.
What? Jot? You broke the binding.
Okay, I'm on my character sheet. How do I take off my inspiration?
Look on main. Up at the top, to the right of your name, it says INSP, and there's a check mark underneath it. Click that check mark. There you go. It's gone. You'll notice the star is now gone from your character. That's where inspiration is.
Never used it before.
Azkaban, you were doing a you wanted to check out that alcove. Roll your perception.
I did. I'm wondering what.
You were just
triggered
shocked.
him.
You were just what the sound of you walking up there. That
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was something in the alcove that
you
triggered.
you weren't doing stealth. You don't see anything at all.
There's a friggin' priest in there. See in this statue here. It's in.
It
Yeah.
looks like an elf, a tall elf made with white marble with red veins through it.
It's a statue. It is not at all.
It is a statue.
Okay.
It's not attacking you.
Now, is it? Can I tell anything from my knowledge or history about what era this kind of elf might have been?
Roll your history. No, you don't seem to recall anything about anything like that. It's
Bad
odd,
student.
the material it's made from. What'd you say?
That's just. I'm such a poor student. I don't remember anything I learned, I guess.
Azkaban got turned again. There we go. By the way, if you hover over your character and use the scroll wheel, you can turn them. That's how it's happening. Try it. Hover over your character and use the scroll wheel on your mouse. Oh, I have them locked. Sorry, that must have been me that did it then. Okay. Anybody else? What do you want to do? Yeah. It happens.
I just want to look down in the pit.
There's no question. There are spikes down there.
Yeah, and blood and other stuff. How old does it look?
There is blood down there, but it looks ancient. It looks like, oh my God, it was dried. It looks almost like a stain. Doesn't look recent.
Oh, how we're going to get through to the other side without some way of.
Only 10 feet.
Ropes. We could probably find some. If we could
Acrobatic.
see. Let me see what we have as a book. Inventory.
Acrobatic stunts.
But could we tie rope on an arrow and shoot it into the next room? And we'd have to find something we could stick it to, though, and that looks like marble flooring, huh?
Urkeach also checked out that alcove. He couldn't find anything either.
Maybe I need to check out that alcove with my glorious 8 wisdom.
I just think it's weird that something's missing from it.
Right. Maybe
It's strange.
Maybe an orb needs to go in there.
I think so.
No. Cross, very good.
Oh, wait. I need to do wisdom on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's supposed to do your perception.
Oh, I did do perception. Okay.
You found it. There's a secret door at the end of that alcove. The
Good
rogue
job, thank you.
The rogue failed to find.
I always more than one to do it.
Me,
Even if they can't do it well normally.
me and my 9 wisdom, I basically just walked over there and put my hand against the wall to lean against it and just hit it.
Oops. Fell into it, huh?
Right.
All right, just a moment.
Yeah, I've got really high wisdom, and I couldn't mind. Passageway or
Dust coats the contents of this tiny chamber, obscuring runes inscribed in the southern wall.
Weird sounds, guys.
to sounds.
I thought it was the door opening.
Oh, was that what that was? I mean, it's like a skeleton.
Yes, you leaned against that door and it opened.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and... I just fell in through.
guy?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Down? I'm not sure what that is.
Sure,
Go down and
what is? What are you talking about?
Just a hallway? Is it just an opening?
There is
What
an
is it?
opening. Yes, there. Yeah, let me show a little bit more. There's an opening. It continues on this way.
But it's still level with the ground or with the wall?
Yes, you don't see anything at all.
Checking for more traps.
You don't see
I
any
guess.
traps.
let's clean off that
well.
wall. Runes on the south
I'll
wall.
come lean on the wall.
What'd you
Guess
say,
I'll have-
Dougie? Did you see something?
There are runes on the far wall.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Start cleaning it off. See if I can see what it says.
Move around too much so I can check some traps.
Anybody know that language?
Oh, yes, I do. Sorry. A dragon priest entombed alive for transgressions of the law still retains the honor of his position. So he's still a dragon priest, but he's entombed alive. Do we really want to set this guy off?
Well, that jock guy said we already broke the binding. Or unless it's his binding
Oh,
with
yeah.
the dragon priest. My watch over the dragon priest is over.
Yeah, he was supposed to keep him there, but
I mean, if Jock can do it, I think we can do it.
we could find some great treasure if we can kill him, but we might need to use everything we've got to do it. So I'm trying to think of what we have. I'm going to go back to inventory. As far as,
Daggy, I'm sorry. Daggy is in a position to see down this corridor.
we haven't checked for traps down this way.
Not down the corridor, no. Checked in that little room.
I'll get it for traps. Since I'm standing there.
By the way, Jillian, do you see why I was worried if nobody rolled a rogue?
So
This place has just been filled with traps. You don't see any at all. This place is just filled with traps. I was thinking, oh my god, they're going in here with no rogue. Oh no.
So this is clearly the bypass to the pit.
I bet you.
Yeah.
Any other writings or anything of interest that we can see on?
Let's see.
So, like, in this instance, would this be a situation where I would use stealth for, like, just moving in general?
Decide to use stealth whenever you want. Whenever you move and you don't tell me you're being stealthy, then I'm going to assume you're not trying. You can choose to be stealthy whenever you want to.
If you don't want to be hurt,
Whenever you think it's appropriate.
This would be a great spot for you to sneak up and check.
You are a look.
To go down
You
that
are-
hallway and be stealthy. But I didn't know if I
Because
needed to
you-
roll for it.
Well, I did roll a little bit because you're a hobbit. You are already quieter than everyone else in the party when you move. Anyway, because you're a hobbit, you're naturally somewhat stealthy. So I rolled.
you
with
and Cos.
I basically rolled for your stealth, but with a negative because you weren't trying.
I see.
So that's going to sort of be the situation all the time. But anytime you tell me that I am being particularly quiet, I'm sneaking up here, that would be a stealth check.
Yeah.
Like
yes,
this,
right now.
you weren't trying to be quiet.
Oh, do I do it before? Okay. All right.
You have to tell me, but that's okay. We're learning, so we're going to count this. So anytime you tell me I am going to stealthily move this way and then show me how you move. When you guys say this is the move my character is going to make, I'm assuming you're walking that way right now.
Okay, gotcha. So I would like to peek around this corner and see if I see anything.
See a wall.
Oh,
wall.
There's going to be a secret door there, though.
Okay, I'm gonna check for traps in this little. Here.
That's a really good idea in this place. But you don't see any at all. You do, however, see a secret door at the end of that wall.
Oh, okay.
you would find that secret door.
I don't want it without backup.
Erky's going to stay behind the great big fighter.
Well, usually, but he's just right there. So there we go.
There's room for him, so he'll be behind the elf now.
Sneak in front of me, Crosby. I can duck.
Yep.
You go in first.
You checked it for traps, right?
Black thing that just showed up.
We found it was a trap door. Let me check it. The trap door for
Why
traps.
Nothing. Sorry. That's just.
I lose my sound.
You don't see any traps at all.
I'll check too, because I don't trust the rug.
Not at all.
Actually, I trust the rug. I just want to double check. All right, I'll go ahead and go through.
Hang on, you're going to open it. That's what you're going to do.
Okay.
Check too, just in case. Oh, I love that sound.
I'm going to do a full description here. Violet marble tiles cover the floor and walls, though all are cracked or broken, revealing a rough-hewn stone beneath. Scones are attached to the walls at each corner. One holds a torch that burns with greenish fire. A marble sarcophagus, easily 9 feet long, lies in the room's center. The coffin is carved with dragon imagery, and the head of the sarcophagus resembles a dragon's head. Rusting iron clasps firmly lock down the lid.
He's inside there.
I feel like we found the dragon priest.
So, but
I don't want to rush up there.
before you take too many steps, though, folks. I'll read about.
I'll scoot over here just one notch to let somebody else in.
I don't know if those sconces do anything in particular, but
Well, that torch that's burning must have been burning for about 1,000.
yeah, it's green, so it's obviously magical.
You see anything in this room? Trap.
No.
That roll.
The door's open, right? Can I check for trap in front of the door?
Sure. You don't see anything at all?
See any other doors?
Oh, wait a minute. Just a moment. Erky casts a spell
Thank you.
and heals Crosby, who was a little hurt.
That's nice of you, Erky.
Well, Azkaban's the one that's badly hurt.
I want to go look at this coffin.
He says, I can only do that so often.
Yeah. Have we checked the whole room for traps yet, or is that a separate roll?
People have.
I don't think I have, so I'm going to do. Not that it needs it, but
You don't see any traps at all.
So in this situation, would it be good to roll stealth to try to investigate this coffin?
Whether depends on whether you're afraid of somebody hearing you.
Oh, I'm afraid of him inside hearing me, something triggering it. Oh,
Elf.
go for it, Halloween.
somebody's in the room. So it's a little late.
It's got
Of course,
steel.
It's still a lot quieter than your priest or your fighter, but to you it's still noisy.
Something written on here.
No.
Oh, like there's
Just-
something.
I met you.
Maybe it's been opened before or something.
Does not look like it, but the clasps holding the lid shut are rusted pretty badly.
Well, I said we pop this baby open. Say hello to the Dragon Master.
roll to open it if we need to, but do we want to?
Crosby,
Normally I
you
would-
try.
No, I'm gonna look at the party and see what they want to do.
Normally I would have a problem doing a grave robbing thing, but it sounds like evil priest.
evil. Yeah,
I don't have as much of a problem with that.
he's got anything magical I could use. Still, like a staff. Of course, it's probably an evil staff, which I wouldn't use. But what do you guys think?
You at all? It's a priest, not a wizard.
Well, I'll open this baby up if you guys in the back want to backstab him or stealth stab him, however that works.
I'm ready here.
Ready?
Crosby, roll your strength. Straight strength, not saving. Into the tower, please. Oh, you pop the coffin open. Just a moment.
If I had thought, I would have done less just before the battle started.
Back a little bit.
Immediately standing up, and quite large, by the way, is a troll.
Oh,
Everyone, it immediately popped up. Everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
So everyone rolled.
my roll good initiative.
You're at top. Phelan, you get to move.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move back to here.
You step back to there, you're going to be moving out of its attack range, which will give it an attack of opportunity.
Oh, forgot about that. All right, I'll just go.
That's correct, Azkaban, because other people are within 5 feet of it. You got that right.
That's right.
Okay, Phelan, what are you going to do? You have a physical attack with your oaken staff, but you can also do a magical attack.
Sure can. I am going to cast Witch Bolt on.
Witch Bolt. Wow. Hold it. Yeah, let me look at that real quick. Yeah, it'll go with up to 30 feet, a beam. You're going to cast Witch Bolt. So that is a straight, is that just a straight attack spell? Yes, it is. Make a range, it's a ranged attack. So
Don't forget
what you're going to do,
It's range +5.
right, you're going to drag that cast icon into the chat window on Witch Bolt.
target him first.
Yeah, target the troll. Control click the troll. Elaine, control click the troll.
Why is it not working?
Let me move you back. Now try control. I know, I can tell you why. Okay, now try control with the control key pressed down, left click on the troll. There you go. Now you've got it. Everybody back one step, just because the troll is so large. I'm going to put you in the position you're in now. You guys, the reason she couldn't do it is you were overlapping his space.
Cast, right?
Now you can drag the cast to the chat window. You missed him.
Crap, and I already used my inspiration.
Yes, you did. Probably not going to move, so I would end your turn.
Why am I not seeing the tracker?
The combat sniper, if you don't see the tracker in the upper left-hand corner, the little
That's right.
crossed arrows.
No, I didn't see the entire tracker. I forgot to put it up.
Elaine, I don't know, since we upped your character, make sure you click on library, and then up at the top, click on play. Make sure you have all the proper icons over on the right. Okay.
I did when I first came in.
Okay, Azkaban's turn. Azkaban is moving. You can move to there because you're still in combat range. And now
And
you
do I
have.
get flanking?
Can I move after my turn
Yes, you
without
can.
being
No.
okay?
If you move out of its combat range, it will get a free attack on you. It's the danger of standing that close. Azkaban, you have a +2 on your attack on this. So you can hit that little +2 in the lower left-hand corner. But you didn't have him targeted. Yes, you did, but you missed him. Never mind.
Okay.
But you missed him. He's harder to hit. Erky looks at the situation.
Shits his pants.
Nope.
Oh, thank you.
Erky blesses 3 members of the party that he feels like might physically attack. Crosby, it's your move.
Okay.
In this attack. Hold it. Erky blessed you. Why are you not blessed? That again. There we go. Now you have it.
Okay.
Okay, you are now blessed. You have a +2 on this attack roll, and Erky's blessed.
Pull my warhammer out, and I'm going to swing it right at the troll's head.
Excellent.
Oh man, I told you it was right at his head. Who called that?
Hold it. 29 and a critical. This is a critical hit. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yep.
Roll damage. We good?
That was a critical hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god, 2 ones.
Oh, seriously?
Wait.
Ones. That was the worst critical you could possibly do.
Oh, that's terrible.
So bad.
That is just a bit of bad luck right there.
Second priest targets Crosby. Comes at him with a bite. Misses him. Attacks a second time with his claws. Hits. Heavy damage. Dagid, because of Phelan on the far side, you have a +2 to this attack.
So we got the +2 on there, but I am doing a spell, Guiding Bolt. Oh, I've got him targeted. Here we go.
That was a hit. Wounded it.
Nice damage.
And Guiding Bolt. The effect. I think I put the effect.
Drop the effect on the troll. Hold it.
Yeah.
It was already there. Just a moment.
Is it? Oh, it sure was.
Yeah. I just removed it. Okay, go ahead and end your turn.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Phelan, if you do another attack like this, you have a +2 on the attack. If you're going to try Witch Bolt.
She also has advantage.
She have advantage.
Because that's the effect that Guiding Bolt put on it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's advantage to have attack.
So if you were going to try Witch Bolt a second time, I think you have the spell slots.
Yeah, you do.
It's going to be a lot different. Now, you are already targeted on the troll. You're going to give yourself a +2 down at the lower left-hand corner, right next to ADV, hit +2. Don't hit ADV because that's going to be automatic.
Good.
Are you going to try that Witch Bolt again? Hit. By the way, it dropped a 9 and kept the 10. But still, it hit. You can go straight to damage.
Oh crap!
Jeez. Just a moment.
Drop firebolt.
Hold it. Just a moment. There's opportunity for better damage there. Just that's it. 1d12. It just rolled really bad. Okay. Go ahead and end your turn. Azkaban, you still should have sneak attack.
Yeah,
This
it's
would
still
probably
on.
be a regular attack, right?
Yes. And then I get the +2, right?
Yes. That would hit. Come on now, everybody else has run bad. There we go.
There.
There's some damage.
Now, I'm wondering, can I use my cunning action to disengage so I don't get hit because I'm...
You can use your cunning action because that's a bonus action to disengage, and you can now move away from the troll if you choose.
I do want to. Do I roll something for that or just tell you I'm doing that? How does that work?
Cunning action, which means you have a special action called disengage, which removes his target of opportunity, and now you can move away. It's something the other characters cannot do.
You have nothing to roll.
Roll, just show me. You're going to step.
I'm just going to step back into the corner and then I'll move back up the next.
Without giving him a target of opportunity. Excellent.
Okay, good. I did a smart move. That was a good thing to do.
Urki, take your place.
Oh, thanks, sir.
Urki targets. Just a moment. Urki targets the troll. Gives himself a +2 because of Crosby, and attacks with his club. But misses. Crosby.
All right,
I'm Urki on the far side of you.
I'm going to use my second wind and heal myself.
Still have the +2.
All right, I'm going to use my second wind and heal myself as my bonus action.
Bonus action. That's right. You rolled good that time.
Hey, there we go.
Good job.
All right, and now I'm going to attack with my Warhammer on the troll.
You guys realize that every turn, this thing is healing itself a little bit.
Before we went in there, I kept trying to move that potion of healing into my pack, and it won't let me do that either, so...
Now, can I use my Fighter Surge to do another attack?
Moment.
Action Surge.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain you can.
Oh,
so, yes, once per rest, and you haven't done it yet. So, yes, you can choose to do another attack right now.
Okay.
It's a separate roll, of course. That was another hit.
There we go.
You hit him for another 8. This thing is taking a lot of damage. The Dragon Priest continues to attack you. And, by the way, it auto-missed. Dagid.
No, it worked last time. I'm going to do the same spell again. Guiding Bolt.
Wow, that... Giving Phelan every opportunity. Hit! And throw your damage.
Very nice.
Alden, I do not see the effect on it now. Go ahead and drag the effect to it. There. It's got the effect. I don't know why.
Okay, that's it for me.
Your turn, which gives Phelan advantage on the next thing she tries.
I'm going to just use a firebolt on him.
Okay.
Targeted, right?
Target and give yourself a +2.
I forgot to do the +2. Damn it.
It doesn't matter. With advantage, you hit him anyway. It doesn't matter. You can go straight to damage. You did some actual damage this time.
Yeah, with my...
By the way, I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving the Sirenscape where it does the sound for the spells.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you did good damage. This thing is the toughest thing you have fought yet.
It was Firebolt, right?
That was Firebolt. He will not recover from that. All right. Go ahead and end your turn. Azkaban.
So, party, do you want me to keep trying to attack, or I have that potion of fire breath?
He's almost dead, I think.
So just continue to attack?
Yeah, at this point I would, because he's almost dead and we're not hurt much.
Oh,
What did you say, Dougie?
Are you
I
sure
said
you
it.
want to move there?
I wouldn't move to do it.
Oh,
You could move right to here
and still
and use your
my
bow, and you would still have sneak attack.
Oh, perfect.
Make sure you give yourself sneak attack, and you still have bless upon you too. Notice everybody's been getting extra rolls, except for she can only hit 3 people, so that's why Phelan was not getting that extra 4-sided die, because he can only bless 3 people.
I think I got everything from there. Cold-hearted.
That hit. So you rolled an 11, but because of Erky, you got that +4 to it. You killed it.
He didn't need much
And
more.
because of the firebolt, it is not going to recover.
Just for good measure, let's
Start with that, actually.
Now, I'm going to read this. I should have read it at the beginning. I was too excited. In the coffin is a troll dressed in its rotted finery, but its jewelry and rings adorned with tiny silver dragons still sparkle. The creature is shrunken and elongated, its flesh rubbery, putrid green. Its black hair is long, thick, and ropey. Its beady black eyes flash open, and it snarls.
Well, I'm interested in the jewelry and rings.
Yeah, put all that stuff in there, and
There's a lot of stuff.
Let's
There's a lot of stuff in that coffin.
let's put it in the party sheet.
Will, there's a lot of stuff in the party sheet. You're about to see a whole bunch of stuff come in there, and a tremendous amount of gold.
Yay!
A lot of this stuff is going to have to be
Now,
identified.
let's see. You have priests in the party, so I'm identifying that scroll. In fact, I'm just going to identify all the scrolls because you could. There are both wizards and priests in the party, so let me identify all the scrolls. There are quite a few scrolls. Okay, I think that took care of the scrolls. You should be able to see them in the party.
I see them there.
There's a guiding bolt scroll. That's one you could cast that's the one a priest could cast, and a cure wounds. Priests could cast those without using spell slots. Same with the inflict wounds, and that they're all priest scrolls. Come to think of it, all of them are.
I bet you anything else that
It was
is
a priest.
enchanted is the same way.
Gabe, you might want to take those.
While we are at this page, I was going to take the one last potion of healing to put on myself because I don't have any way to heal myself.
Sure.
I
tell you what, Helene.
Allow me to.
We will do that, but the game is about to end, and I want to come in there and see if I can resolve the problem. So you and I will do that after everybody's here. It is 6:11. I know we're past time. Do people want to continue, or is not a bad time to stop it for the evening?
Well, I want to stop someplace where we can rest and get our spells. And
I agree. I'd like to heal up a little bit. So if this is a good place to stop and then start with a long rest, that'd be great.
It is. I hope everybody enjoyed the game tonight. You went into the ancient part of the dungeon.
Before we sleep, remind me I've got my alarm on, so if anything should happen during that time, my alarm is set.
Oh, you're going to cast alarm. That's a good idea.
I'm betting we're safe, but
I do too, but why not? You know?
Yeah, why not?
That was fun, you guys. I hope everyone's enjoying the story and everything.
Thank you.
Yep,
I'm
thank
having
you.
a blast. Helene, hang in there. I'm going to be in there in a minute. I want to see the